So good morning. चलो गुड मॉर्निंग तो नहीं है बट स्टिल इट इज लाइक अ मॉर्निंग हाँ बोली दिया असली बात गुड आफ्टरनून गुड मॉर्निंग तो है नहीं बट हाँ इट इज लाइक अ बैकअप क्लासेस रिकवरी क्लासेस दैट द 2 days holiday you got unexpectedly you enjoyed but now you will have to pay for that enjoyment. Chalo. So we are now starting with one of the chapter that is assessment and audit. Hardly it is 1.5 hour ka chapter. Actually, when it gets learned, it gets converted into 20 minutes ka chapter. How much important it is? No words for this. This is so much important that I will convert it into 1 minute. I will cover it in 1 hour. How much you should revise? Obviously, revise तो करना ही पड़ेगा. You have to revise, but it is not so important. C category chapter it is. If something is important in that is one concept, and that I will tell you when what you have to learn. उतना ही important है, but that doesn't mean कि हम छोड़ के कुछ जाने वाले. It is not expected. ICAI हमें छोड़ेगा नहीं otherwise. ठीक है? तो चलो. So let us start with the chapter that is assessment and audit. Is it something like DT only? First you do the assessment, then you do the audit. Similarly here, first is assessment of the assessee. Here it is assessment of person and then it is what? Audit. चलो तो सिंपल सा कॉन्सेप्ट है, कुछ ज्यादा इसमें है नहीं, सोवर सा है. The chapter is divided into 2 parts. First is your assessment and another is your audit. You will find 2 types of audit here under section 65 and 66, and you will find from 59 to 64 various types of assessment. So section 59 to 64 is types of assessment and 65, 66 is about audit. Learn it and learn it. 65 and 66 is about audit and 59 to 64 is all about assessment. Now, what do you mean by assessment? Assessment is nothing but determination of tax liability. Assessment is nothing but determination of what? Tax liability. So tax liability ka determination is your assessment. Now, if it is determination of tax liability and suppose my tax is coming to be nil, आप बोल रहे हो assessment का मतलब determination of tax liability. If my tax is coming to be nil, still it will be considered as assessment. Obviously, tax doesn't mean always it is 1 rupees, 10 rupees, 10,000, 10 lakh, something amount would be coming. It could also be 0, and 0 is also a number, and then 0 is also a number. Even if you have 0 taxes, still it is assessment only. What are the types of assessment? Self-assessment, reassessment, summary assessment, provisional assessment, best judgment assessment. These are all types of assessment. One by one, we will complete them. If I talk about the first type of assessment is my self-assessment. Is self-assessment very important? अरे very important? अरे बिल्कुल भी important नहीं है. Why? Self-assessment is every registered person is just calculating the tax payable, the tax amount, and that is known as, when he is doing it by self, it is known as self-assessment. So whenever a registered person does the assessment by itself, that is considered to be self-assessment. That is it. And after calculation of the tax, he is required to file the return under section 39. After the calculation of taxes for a tax period, every month the tax period changes. It is monthly tax period. In income tax, it is per year. In GST, every month you have to pay, so it is tax period. Tax period is 1 month. For some people, it is quarterly, that is composition scheme. So when a registered person by itself assesses the tax liability of a tax period and files the return under section 39, that is known as self-assessment. Not at all important for the purpose of exam, not at all important for anything. Just एक बार पढ़ लिया खत्म. We don't have to even focus on that. But what is important? This. Actually important. See, whenever you see the IDT ka paper, in overall IDT ka paper, always one question you will find regarding interest calculation. Always. It is a trend of ICAI that one of the question, whether it is in MCQ or in form of case study, you will definitely find that they want you to calculate the tax liability, they want to calculate the interest. So provisional assessment also have the part of what interest in. Now, first of all, let's decode the meaning of provisional. Let's decode the meaning of provisional. Provisional means right now the things are not final. It may be like this, it may be like that. So it is like, I'm not sure about something, and that is the reason I want a provisional basis of assessment. It is not final assessment. It is really important when provisional assessment, when the assessee, that means the registered person, is not able to determine the value of goods or service without consideration. I'm unable to determine how to calculate the calculation of the consideration. See, we have done that thing now, schedule number 1. Schedule number 1 is about without consideration. Then I have told you that rule number 27 to 32 in your valuation of supply is regarding what? It is regarding your consideration ka calculation only. What will be the value of supply? But when I properly read rule number 27, it is saying when consideration is not wholly in money. It is not telling me when consideration is not at all, there is no consideration. It is not telling me about that. When I read rule number 27 of IDT, it is about whenever you have not wholly in money, consideration is received not wholly in money. Suppose I have received this and I have received cash. That is not wholly in money. But 27 is not applicable in case when there is no consideration at all. So then how would I calculate my value of supply? Then you can calculate on the basis of provisional assessment also. I am not saying it is only the way. Also I am saying, why also, ma'am? Because suppose I have given you this book without consideration. Without consideration, this book belongs to you. Open market value I am having. Remember that question we have done, question number 2, July wala. You were having open market value. So when you have open market value, wo jayega consideration. In case you are unable to determine by any way, किसी भी तरह से I am unable to determine the value of supply, अरे बताओ tax किस पे लगता है? Value पे. When you do not know the value, how can you apply the tax on that? So when you do not know the value or you do not know the rate of tax, दो ही condition है. Do not do like this. Institute has given up in a person wants to apply for provisional assessment. He does not know the place of supply. Can he apply for the provisional assessment? Valid, invalid? First of all, it is invalid because provisional assessment is applicable only and only case when you do not know the value of supply, when you do not know the rate of supply. That means if you do not know time of supply, you are unable to calculate place of supply. That is not the case. You can apply provisional assessment. So this could be asked given as a true or false color point, or it could be even asked as MCQ. Understood? Done? So 2 cases, value or rate I am not knowing, so I would like to apply for the provisional assessment. Now, taxable person will furnish, taxable person has to furnish application, reason for payment on provisional basis. Obviously, if you want, you have to apply for provisional basis and you have to tell the reason why you want to apply for provisional assessment and give the supporting documents also. Simple. कुछ नहीं करना. If you want to go for provisional assessment, reason दे दो. What is the reason? Application दे दो. What and after application supporting document हमको दे दो. बस और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Can I give the application, reason, document electronically? Of course. If not electronically, facilitation center. Of course, you can give through that. Not at all important. What was important? This part was important. First of all, what is the analysis over here? This was just a plain reading. Department has, you have done the self-assessment and assessee or the person has done self-assessment. After self-assessment, our department find, GST department find that the value is not calculated properly. Self-assessment done by the person. They have taken the assessment wala paper. Now they are doing nothing. They are just checking the assessment ka paper, and on the basis of checking, they found that value is not calculated properly. Now department want to initiate provisional assessment का procedure, valid, invalid. First of all, department in this case, it is not custom. Custom may even department can also initiate your provisional assessment. But when it comes to GST, department cannot initiate provisional assessment. 2 points I have told you. You have to write it down. First, time of supply, place of supply related question, you cannot go for provisional assessment. Second, department cannot initiate provisional assessment ka proceeding. Only applicant has to apply, then only you will get the provisional assessment. Write it down.
हम डिपार्टमेंट कैन नॉट इनिशिएट का रीजनिंग क्या थी?
रीजनिंग कुछ नहीं है, स्पेसिफिकली लॉ ने बोला है कि जीएसटी के केस में स्पेसिफिकली एप्लीकेंट को ही देना पड़ेगा. कस्टम क्या होता है, बाहर से चीजें आती है, बहुत सारी चीजें, तो डिपार्टमेंट को लग रहा है अभी तो उसका सामान ही फिर देंगे ही नहीं, वो बोर्ड पे पड़ा रहेगा, इसलिए बोलते फिर डिपार्टमेंट भी वहां इनिशिएट कर सकता है, पर यहाँ ऐसा कोई केस ही नहीं है. अब व्हाट आईसीआई विल डू, दिस कॉन्सेप्ट दे कैन मर्ज विद कस्टम. कस्टम से तुमको मिक्स करके कुछ पूछ लिया, मिक्स करके मींस एक्चुअली हियर department cannot initiate, but there they are giving in custom that department cannot initiate the provisional assessment because provisional assessment could be initiated only by the applicant. Remember, in custom both can initiate, but here only department, so they can give a mixture of custom in that. Done. Now, after giving application to PO my proper officer, they have given application to whom the proper officer. If required, they can issue a notice also on receipt of application. Now proper officer has received the application. On the basis of application, if they want, they can issue the notice. For what? For additional information, additional document, as the case may be, whatever additional they need, they can issue just the notice. Proper procedure चल रहा है, अभी कुछ नया नहीं है इसमें. जैसे ही whatever you have given, application given, they want additional information, they may issue notice. They do not want additional information, they will not issue the notice. ठीक है. After being satisfied, now proper officer will issue the order allowing payment on provisional basis. Once they get satisfied, then they will issue the order allowing payment of provisional basis, taking either provisional value or taking either the provisional rate. ठीक है. Is it now a question of institute? Provisional assessment was applied by the assessee. In this case, person we have to say. Registered person has applied for provisional assessment. However, department rejected it that no provisional assessment is needed to be initiated here. But registered person is of the contention that it is mandatory when they are confused with the value of supply or rate. It is mandatory for department to accept the provisional assessment ka application. Valid, invalid, or वही contention you have to show. No, this was very simple provision going on, na? Only theory. Now they are asking, they have applied, department rejected. SSC बोल रहा है it is compulsory, law में लिखा है कि if they are confused you have to accept the provisional assessment. Valid, invalid.
Ma'am, invalid because there can be proper documentation required.
जरूरी नहीं है. सबसे पहले तो actually it is invalid, but directly you cannot write invalid. पहले तो पूरा वो provision you have to write, then you have to link it to the question, then we will give the conclusion. But यहाँ पे invalid. What is the reason of invalid? Otherwise it would create a loophole. Purposely they will get confused. ओहो हमको तो value of supply समझ नहीं आ रहा, ओहो हमको तो rate ही समझ नहीं आ रहा. Purposely they will try to defer the things. Purposely deferment होगा, ठीक है. चलो purposely defer नहीं करे तो unnecessary revenue का तो capital block हो रहा है ना. Revenue department का सोचो, department का तो collection defer होता जा रहा है. Even if they take interest, कितना interest ले लेंगे हमसे? Are you getting? कितना interest? अगर suppose I have to pay 10 lakh rupees as a tax, 10 lakh rupees का I can earn more. And if I ask about this department, 1%, 18% का 12 कर लो, divide by 12, what it is coming? ये तो मतलब बहुत अच्छा हो गया ना, advances at a very low cost.
In practical life also, they don't pay GST considering that amount as a loan, and they get paid.
Interest they are taking, no doubt. But 18 divided by 12 का interest percent आता कितना है? It is very cheap. तो ये तो loophole create हो गया. So therefore, it is not mandatory for department to accept your provisional assessment. That is why additional information is called. If they get satisfied, what is the wording? If means discretion of department. It is the discretion of department. If they get satisfied, then only they will accept. Otherwise, acceptance is not needed. So, what is the case study? It was only on one word. If के ऊपर ही तो case study है. Is the case study on any other thing? No. Only if word has been picked and they have framed the case study. So, whenever you are studying, reading, focus on if, any, or, and these are all the things, shall, may, these are all the words on the basis of that they frame the case study. Understood? चलो, तो provisional assessment also done. मतलब यहाँ तक अभी done. Then if they accept provisional assessment, again a security related issue will be there. Now, what is the security related issue? Today you are saying I will pay provisionally. Later on, what if you do not pay the difference? Difference means, suppose provisionally today you are paying 10 lakh and you have promised that at the time of finalization, I will pay the remaining amount. But when at the time of finalization, the remaining amount, now the actual finalization is at 15 lakh. Are you required to pay the 5 lakh? Now you are saying, oh, I am bankrupt. Oh, I don't have the financial position. Whatever it is, again after this 5 lakh, you are saying, okay, we will pay. Again, rate of interest you are okay with. कि okay, लगाओ interest जितना लगाना है. Is that so? Again deferring. पहले तो provisional basis पे defer कर लिया. You have done deferment on the basis of provisional. Then again deferment. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. So whenever they will allow you कि okay, provisional basis पे your assessment is accepted, they would like amount of bond to be executed. They will execute a bond. As well as a security they will be taking that does not exceed 25% of the amount covered in bond. एक bond भी signed होगा कि if you break this thing, this is the bond. And whatever amount that has been covered in bond, at least 25% the security amount they will take. Can I say pre-deposit? Security amount, security हाँ उनके पास नहीं आ रहा, but security बैंक में कहीं पे किसके नाम से? In the name of government, in the name of department. So is that a point of MCQ again? Obviously, they will give you bond में कितना amount is there. Bond is framed for 30 lakh. Now institute is asking how much should be the security amount at least. Institute MCQ में क्या frame कर रहा है? There was a provisional assessment applied by the assessee, that is person. Person has applied for provisional assessment. Provisional assessment accepted by the department. Department said that provisionally you will be required to pay 30 lakh rupees. Bond executed for, let's say, 25 lakh rupees. What should be at least the amount of security? Now, if you don't know that 25% on 30 lakh or 25% on 25 lakh, gaya MCQ. So 25% on what?
25.
Bond में जो भी amount है, whatever the bond is executed for, that amount you have to take 25% at least. So again, एक provisional assessment, again MCQ का point. Value of supply, rate of supply. On the basis of that, provisional assessment possible. Time of supply, no. Place of supply, no. Then second is related to only application should be made by the person. Department cannot initiate this. Third was related to additional information they want. They can welcome the additional information, but if they are satisfied, only then they will allow you provisional assessment. If they allow the provisional assessment, then they would like to have a bond, and whatever the amount has been covered in bond, uska 25% should be at least the security amount. So this was again the point of MCQ. Done? चलो इतना हुआ. फिर इसके बाद क्या? Now what about this bond? This bond include IGST, SGST, UTGST. Again MCQ could be framed only on this. छोटा सा पॉइंट है कि बॉन्ड का अमाउंट इज इंक्लूसिव ऑफ जीएसटी. Now they have said bond amount is 30 lakh, 18% is the GST. What is X GST amount? Simple. What would be the X GST amount? तो ऐसे छोटे छोटे pointers पे they can simply create your MCQs. So first of all you should remember कि it is actually inclusive of GST. You cannot apply 18% on 30 lakh or 25 lakh. It is already inclusive. So you should write all these adjustments. एक हो गया हमारा 25% वाला and this inclusive of GST. So MCQ and this also came. Sure. After this, they have allowed, okay, do the self provisional assessment. We don't have any concern about that. Bond furnished under CGST, SGST, IGST deemed to be furnished under provision of act or rule. Simply कि जो CGST का that is considered for IGST. There is no difference. Simple. After giving the permission, finalization should take place within 6 months from the date of communication of order of provisional assessment. Again MCQ on this. What is the time limit for completion of provisional assessment? What is the time limit for completion of provisional assessment? A. Application was made on 1st of April. ठीक है. Then application was accepted on 20th April. They have given an order. They have issued an order on 25th of April that okay, application accepted. However, the notice was received. Acceptance notice was received by the person on 30th April. अब you have to first of all find out कितने time में खत्म होगा. They are not asking अभी, वो बोल रहे कितने time में you have to complete the finalization. तो finalization पहले तो pick करो date क्या consider करोगे. Whether it would be 1st April, whether it would be 20 April, whether 25 or whether 30. First pick the date. 25th. That is when they have communicated. They have given an order. उन्होंने लिख दिया, communicate कर दिया, done. Now from that 6 month you have to count. समझ रहे हो? Now from that count the 6 month. 6 month जब end होगे वो end date है तुम्हारे provisional assessment की. तो अभी provisional ही चल रहा है ना? Again a point of MCQ on that. So write it down. Time limit calculation may also come in provisional assessment. Jana, you have done through the video ना? Video से कर लिया था ना?
हाँ.
But are you getting?
Yes, ना वो बहुत different था. वो सिर्फ 10 मिनट का था, like
वो revision है.
learning type था.
वो revision है. वो regular lecture नहीं है. That is why मैंने बोला था कि join कर लेना पता चलेगा. क्योंकि revision lecture में कोई भी नहीं देता ना इतना सारा. Jana is in Indore?
No, ma'am. Sagar. I mean, मैं hometown का है.
Written? Time calculation. Now it could be a case law also. They can convert it into case law. After 6 month वाला कुछ दे दिया. We will see. Wait. अभी आगे क्या दिया है? Now is extension possible? They are saying you have to convert within 6 months from the date of communication. Is extension possible? Yes. Extension possible if there is sufficient reason. Extension of 6 months done by Joint Commissioner, Additional Commissioner. And up to 4 years extension could be done by my CIT, PCIT, my commissioners. So even when it comes to extension, they can again frame a question. 7 months का extension was given by the Joint Commissioner. However, देखो, this kind of case law is little bit, they can't frame by, understand. If 7 months का extension has been given by whom? If 7 months का extension has been given by my Joint Commissioner, it would go in the benefit of SSC. So SSC will never appeal. क्यों हो 7 month का दे दिया ये तो law के against है. But it is erroneous. Are you getting? Prejudicial to the interest of revenue. कहीं आज ही तो पढ़ा था ना, prejudicial to the interest of revenue. Can you link that? Is it prejudicial to the interest of revenue? Improper order? ये है improper order?
Yes.
Say yes or no. Now provisional assessment, improper order, prejudicial to the interest of revenue. क्या था वो क्या था? कौन इसको रिवाइज करेगा?
Appeal and revision.
Divisional authority अब पिक्चर में आएगा ना फिर. Are you getting? Now they are merging two chapters together. कैसे दो चैप्टर को रिवाइज मर्ज किया? Assessee has applied for the extension of provisional assessment. ठीक है? He has applied for the extension of provisional assessment and Joint Commissioner has given 8 months का assessment. First of all, it is not in the power of Joint Commissioner to give 8 months का extension. He cannot give the 8 month का extension. ठीक है? However, 8 month का extension was given by Joint Commissioner. SCC के favor में था तो SCC will never do anything. However, later on it was discovered that adjudicating authority, because revisional authority adjudicating authority का order revise कर सकता है. Remember सुबह ही किया था. So now revisional authority finds that adjudicating authority has made an improper order that is prejudicial to the interest of revenue. Explain the procedure of revisional authority. They were going from assessment procedure और कहाँ पे पहुंचे? Revisional authority. So are you getting merger of two chapters could also be possible. So यहाँ पे if there is improper thing, just link the concept. The linkage is if there is any improper order, any kind of improper order in assessment, write it down. Any improper order in assessment. Any improper order in assessment that is prejudicial to the interest of revenue. That is prejudicial to the interest of revenue. Will open the doors for revisional authority. As it is adjudicating authority. अपने केस में adjudicating authority ना Joint Commissioner. As in our example, Joint Commissioner is adjudicating authority.
Will open the doors for
Revisional authority. अब revisional authority revise करेगी चीजें. Done. So this we have done. Value of supply, rate of tax. Then we have done discretion wala point. Then application wala point ki application made by only person has to make the application. Then amount, bond ka amount wala point. It should be inclusive of tax wala point. Then after that 25% ka security wala point we have done. Then after that time 6 months from the date of communication of order, that wala point. Then extension wala point. Every point has questions hidden in this. Now, once after 6 months, there is finalization of provisional assessment. It is 6 months done. After 6 months, this is provisional assessment ka finalization, and they find that tax liability on final assessment is greater than provisional. Provisionally, you have paid 10 lakh in our example, and now after finalization, they want you to pay 15 lakh. Arey bhai, provisionally it is what? Provisionally it is 10 lakh you have paid. Then remember in our example it was 15 lakh that you have to pay. That means how much extra you have to pay? 5 lakh. ठीक है? So registered person has to pay tax that is 5 lakh plus 18% interest from the tax due to be paid originally. Why so? अरे प्रोविजनल असेसमेंट का बेनिफिट तो तुमने ही दिया था. बोल रहे हो इंटरेस्ट भी ड्यू डेट जो ओरिजिनल ड्यू डेट से थी वहां से यू हैव टू पे. व्हाई? They themselves has given the provisional assessment ka benefit. Now they want ki you have to pay interest from the very first due date of payment of tax. One word logic.
and that amount has been revised na. Final का जो amount है.
So I am not asking about the amount. I am asking why due date is not from the date of finalization. तुमको भी तो नहीं पता था. कि हमको कितना पे करना है. You were also not aware कि हमें कितना टैक्स पे करना है. Why you are taking from the due date? Original due date से क्यों interest? Due date कहाँ से start होनी चाहिए थी? When it is finalization of your provisional assessment, till the date we will not be paying. Take interest, but they are saying no. From the base, very original due date से we will be taking interest. Any logic, valid logic. First concept, number of logic. Point number 1, time of supply. Supply कब हुआ? When you were liable to pay. Time of supply, remember? Time of supply tells us about when you are liable to pay tax. अरे supply तो already done at that time. It is not the supply, whether it is supply or not supply का question. It is not whether it is supply or not a supply. ये वो question नहीं है. It is only supply तो done. What is the value? वो question था बस. So already you were liable to pay from that date only ना. The day you have done the supply, वहीं से तो तुम liable थे pay करने के लिए. Are you getting this? समझ में आया? उदय? First logic. Second, if they will do like this, so already supply done from that day. Now if they would be taking finalization का date, so already finalization में 6 month could also be there. Extended time 6 month could be there. 4 years could be there. So are you getting how much loss the revenue will be bearing? And it is actually a benefit they are giving to you. Kind of benefit. Provisional assessment is a kind of benefit to you. Now apart from that, still you want that you don't want to pay the interest, so that is not valid. Understood? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Chalo. So this is again a very important point. They can, they may, they will ask interest. कुछ भी हो सकता है. At least one question of interest always asked. Ma'am, what if it is tax liability was my tax liability now came to be 8 lakh, but provisionally I have already paid 10 lakh. उल्टा हो गया. So refund ले लेना. You have to apply for refund again. बहुत game खेला है. What is the game? You have to apply for refund also. अरे तुम्हें तो refund के लिए भी apply करना पड़ेगा. If the person that has been given in chapter of refund, कि if you do not apply for refund within the relevant time period, refund भी गया. मतलब तुमको तुम्हारा ही पैसा लेना है तो तुम refund भी खुद ही apply करो. Provisional assessment, assessee has to apply. The refund, assessee has to take refund. So application must be done by whom? Application must be done by applicant. Interest, if they will give you interest, बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं, they will give you interest, but after 60 days from the date of receipt of application in accordance with the provision of 54. Section number 54 is about refund ka provision. Section number 54 is all about what? Refund ka provision. And in the provision of refund, it has been written कि the date when you apply for refund. अभी सुन लो, बाद में लिखना. The date when you apply for refund, within 60 days, all the procedures should get end. Where it is written, it has been written in my refund ka chapter that if a person applies for refund, within 60 days, entire process should get ended. If it is not getting ended in 60 days, so it will be deemed कि हम लोग ने क्या किया, procedures time पे नहीं किए. इसका मतलब if within 60 days you are not getting things done, they will start giving interest now. अब उनकी default है, they will give you interest. They are not saying कि after 60 days ये लो पैसे ले लो जो भी हो जाए deemed मान ले ना. After 60 days, 61th day से your interest calculation will start. Now you are not getting the refund, अभी के अभी नहीं मिल जाएगा 60 days बाद. But yes, interest का क्या चालू हो जाएगा तुम्हारा, interest का calculation will start. Done? So when it comes to refund, 60 days mein refund should come. If it is not about refund, if it is about payment of tax, pay taxes at 18% interest starting from the original due date. Understood? Starting from their original due date. Now, suppose क्या?
Refund कब से मिल रहा है? Refund में जो interest है वो कब से लगा रहे हैं?
After 60
days.
You have applied ये application date. एप्लीकेशन डेट में पहले 60 डेज एंड होंगे, फिर उसके बाद 61th डे से इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेशन टिल द डेट ऑफ रिफंड स्टार्ट होगा. तो आर यू गेटिंग? इफ समवन डज लाइक दिस, एप्लीकेशन की डेट से 60 डेज चालू कर लिए, गलत हो जाएगा. इंटरेस्ट चालू कर दिया.
और हमको तब से लगवा रहे हैं स्टार्ट ऑफ.
वही तो, कितने अच्छे दे तो रहे ना तुमको. ये सोचो, दे आर गिविंग यू. ऐसे नहीं गवर्नमेंट से पैसा निकल रहा है. लिबरल रहो उनके साथ. वैसे गवर्नमेंट कितने लॉसेस में चलती है तुम्हें नहीं पता. हम लोग सेंसिटिव नहीं है यार. छोड़ो. चलो, रिलीज सिक्योरिटी. रिलीज सिक्योरिटी मीन्स all the procedures done, you have also paid the taxes. तो अब वो तुम्हारी सिक्योरिटी का क्या करेंगे रख के, अचार तो डालेंगे ही नहीं. सो सिंपली रिलीज ऑफ सिक्योरिटी. अब देखो रिलीज ऑफ सिक्योरिटी में कितने पर्टिकुलर है. दे आर वेरी पर्टिकुलर. Proper officer on getting assured that the amount of payment of amount and the final assessment, if you have paid all the amount, then issue order under 7 working days from date of receipt of application. तुम्हें तुम्हारी सिक्योरिटी रिलीज कराने के लिए भी तुम्हें एप्लीकेशन देना. So if you want to release your security, give the application that see I have already paid all the finalized tax. Then after 7 working days, within 7 working days, there is a difference between working days and days. Can anyone tell me the difference between working days and days?
Sunday is not a working day and national holiday is not a working day.
If my company has a policy Saturday Sunday off, that is also not my working day. When there is no work done in my company, that is not working. So they are saying after the receipt of application 7 working days you have to come. और अभी MCQ क्या है? They have Sunday, they have strike, they have this, they have that. बहुत सारी चीजें देनी. तो 7 days कहाँ तक पूरा होगा? जब जब working होगी, that will be only 7 days. Are you getting? So that will be the 7 days. So 7 working day लिखा है. Issue order under 7 working day from date of receipt of application. Now write the meaning of working days also. It could be strike, it could be your Sunday, it could be Saturday, whenever no working at your office. Don't mix it with national holidays. वो तो वैसे ही working day नहीं होगा. चलो, whatever points you remember related to provisional assessment quickly याद करो और लिखो कि क्या क्या pointers we have just focused. Done. Have you written about when you can apply for provisional assessment? Two cases. Value of supply,
Yes.
time of supply. Value of supply, time.
Rate of
Rate of tax.
Value supply rate of tax.
Then have you written who can apply? Department also and they also. Both ना दोनों ही apply कर सकते हैं.
department cannot initiate.
Only person.
Only person, only applicant, not the department.
And it is compulsory for department to accept provisional assessment. Yes, na?
No, ma'am.
After being satisfied.
Okay. If satisfied,
Yes,
okay. If not satisfied, he will reject. Please. So when it comes to bond, it is exclusive of GST.
Inclusive of
Inclusive of GST.
And include and there was yes 20% का security amount.
25%.
25%.
25% का security amount was there. When it comes to completion of entire
6
pronouncement,
months.
6
6 months.
6 months from the date when the person has received the order.
Date of communication.
Date of communication.
Communication of order.
Communication. Then when it comes to your extension, 8 months extension can be given by joint commissioner or my
6 months.
No,
6
only
months.
6 months.
and more than
4
4
years.
years, it could be
4 years.
more than 4 years.
Up
Up
to
to 4 years.
Up to 4 years
4
by
years.
CIT.
Right?
By commissioner.
Okay. When it comes to final assessment, on final assessment, 15% का interest is required to be
18%.
18%. ma'am.
18%. When it comes to your tax liability, that actually the tax liability was less, but finalization pe you came to know it was less. So they will give you refund. Anytime they will give you refund. And
After 60 days.
60 days from making application.
when
Only
the
after
application.
making application.
that means first application की पूरी जो liability तुम्हारी
मैम इस पे इंटरेस्ट भी मिलेगा सेम डेट पे.
नहीं same
From 61st.
on the day they will start giving interest, but the interest का percentage you will find there in refund का chapter.
Refund.
Okay.
What will be the interest का percentage? ठीक है. So from 61 day they will start calculating the interest. Now even after 61 days, suppose 2 months have gone, so they will give you 2 months का interest. ठीक है. Then after this closure of provisional assessment,
And वो 7 working days वाला हो जाएगा.
7 working days. Yes. What is the 7 working days का concept?
Release of security.
Release of security.
You don't have to apply. Directly department knows कि हाँ भाई तुमने
No,
You have to apply.
Application should be made.
Applicant has to
नहीं,
apply.
you have to apply for that also, release of security. Okay.
Yes.
It is 7 days. 7 days from the date. नहीं
7 working days.
ओ बाप रे मेरे को तो नहीं। चलो ठीक है. Done. चलो. So this is the completion of provisional assessment. Now section number 61. Scrutiny of return. अरे भाई ये तो एक छोटा सा पार्ट है. It is very minute. Scrutiny of return. When you come to DT का scrutiny of return तब समझ में आएगा कि क्या बात है. Scrutiny तो इसको बोलते हैं. तो when it comes to here कुछ नहीं scrutiny. They will take your return. They will try to find out deficiencies. जैसे मैं तुम्हारा PDF लेती हूँ, I try to find out the deficiencies. Then I communicate the deficiencies to you. Similarly, copy कर रहा है अपने को proper officer भी. Proper officer may select return from filed by the registered person for verifying the correctness. If he finds any discrepancies, then it will issue a notice of that discrepancy to that person within 30 days from the service of notice or further period. What is the difference between issue of notice and service of notice? First thing. Now, they are saying proper officer, if they want, they will select your return. If they find any discrepancy, then they will issue the notice to such person regarding that discrepancy. For seeking your explanation, whether you know this discrepancy is for there, etc., etc. So they found a discrepancy, they found a mistake in your return. They will issue the notice. First of all, they will issue a notice to you. And after the issue of notice, they will wait for 30 days from the service of notice for your explanation. If you give the explanation within 30 days from the service of notice, then okay, if they are satisfied. If they are not satisfied, then certain things they will do that they will find here. So सबसे पहली चीज, are you clear कि what is scrutiny? whatever you have filed, they can select that return for scrutiny. First thing, they will issue the notice, and within 30 days from the service of notice, you have to give the explanation. So what is difference between issue and service of notice?
The date of communication of notice.
What date of communication of notice?
In those 30 days, they will not inform us that it has been selected for scrutiny.
You don't know the meaning of issue and service of notice, right? चलो, I have taken, see, ये चलो बढ़िया है, बहुत अच्छी बात, अच्छा पेपर है मेरे पास. So I have taken your return for scrutiny. Scrutiny done, scrutiny done, scrutiny done, lots of discrepancies. Now I want to issue the notice. I will issue what? The notice है वही electricity का bill है जिससे कल complain हुई. So I will issue the notice. So I want to issue the notice. Now what is issue of notice? First of all, let us come to issue of notice. I am the proper officer. Someone came to me. This is the person का सारी discrepancy. Obviously, before issuing notice, किसी higher authority को तो you have to tell ना कि these are the discrepancy. Now, I have also signed. Yes, correct. These are all the discrepancy. अभी सिर्फ डिपार्टमेंट में साइन हुआ है कि yes, ये क्या है सारी discrepancies हैं. Now, after all these discrepancies, the person typed it. Notice type हुआ. Is it issue of notice? Or it is signing when the proper officer signed कि yes, these are all the discrepancies, issue a notice. Then the notice is being typed. Then notice is being given to my PO. PLO, give that notice to that person. Then PO goes to post office. And at post office, he has left that notice to the post office वाले भैया. What is the date of issue? Issue यहाँ पे signing date. Issue where it is typed. Issue when it is finally given to my peon भैया, or issue when it is given to my post office वाले भैया. What is the date of issue?
Signing.
Signing.
देखिए तुम भी बोल दो signing. क्या बोलूँ समझ तो नहीं आ रहा.
साइनिंग में
Yes,
जब उसको देंगे तब उसको सर्व होगा.
साइनिंग ही रखते हैं. 100% तुम लोग गलत. Issue is not that. Issue is when you give. हमारे ऐसे issue कब हुआ? अरे भाई साइन करके यहीं रख दिया. Issue हुआ क्या? सामने वाले तक पहुंचने के लिए गया क्या? You have signed in यहीं साइड में रह गया. साइड में this is just kept side. भूल गए तुम लोग. Is it issue? नहीं. When you will give to a post office वाले भैया, that is the date of issue and this is an MCQ in your booklet in DP. And that same concept will apply here also. Date of issue of notice. When you give for transferring, जब तुम उसको actual में email कर देते हो, done, email done. Issued means actually हमारे यहाँ से हमारा कबूतर उड़ गया. समझ गए? गया. That is issue. तो कबूतर जा जब वो चला जाता है ना, that is issue का date. Understood? अब ये तो हो गया issue का date. Now, serve of notice क्यों? 30 days is being counted from the serve of notice. Serve means point number 1. When we gone to the doorstep, उसको hand over करा. अब सामने वाला तो hand over करने के लिए है ही नहीं. He is not there. उसको मिला 2 हफ्ते बाद. अरे हमको उससे मतलब नहीं है कि when he got that in his hand. उसके postal address पे जब serve हो गया कि ये पोस्टल एड्रेस ही तुम्हारे पास सर्व, दैट इज डाकिया डाक लाया, जब लेके आ गया उसके बाद उसने साइन कर दिया. जिसने भी रिसीव किया he has signed, he has received on this address, received on this address. It doesn't mean कि उसके हाथ में रिसीव होना चाहिए. Received on this address, done. ये हो गया. Understand the basic difference between issue. पोस्ट ऑफिस वाले भैया का वो remember the song कबूतर वाला, and when it comes to here डाकिया डाक लेके आ गया साइन करा के गया. That is your serve. And from serve say 30 days. Now that is known as service of notice. Are you getting? So what was important in my scrutiny? MCQ related to issue and serve could be asked. Issue ka date they will give you serve ka date, and you have to count 30 days from the service, not from issue. Done? Now, What if मैम we have given the discrepancies, सारी discrepancies बता दी हमने उसको. Either the registered person will accept the discrepancy, बड़ी अच्छी बात है, you have accepted your discrepancy, but the person is not accepting discrepancy, वो भी अड़ गया. Wait मैम, हम कुछ और बोल रहे, वो कुछ और बोल रहे. I am saying नहीं, this should be then. यही तुम्हारी discrepancy. Person, no, this is not my discrepancy. This is discrepancy. This is not my discrepancy. Which chapter?
Authority of advance.
Chapter. Two views. SSC कुछ और बोल रहा है, डिपार्टमेंट कुछ और ही बोल रहा है. चैप्टर कौन सा आता है?
अपील.
Exactly, अपील एंड रिविजन का चैप्टर फिर एंटर होगा ना. Whenever there is difference between the view of person and department, now अपील का चैप्टर कम. Now you can appeal to whom? Adjudicating authority कुछ और बोल रहा है, हम कुछ और बोल रहे हैं, हमको तो गुस्सा आ रहा है, हम तो कहाँ जाएंगे? Appellate authority के पास. Then we will go to appellate tribunal. Then we will go to high court. Then we will go to Supreme Court. Are you getting? पूरा construction चालू हो जाएगा तुम्हारा फिर appeal chapter का. So again they can merge with scrutiny. Scrutiny का discrepancies is there. You are not accepting the discrepancy. What is the remedy available for assessee? That means person के लिए ये सारी remedy. He can go to appellate authority. He can go to appellate tribunal, then high court, then Supreme Court. Now, what are the remedies or action that could be taken by department? Department क्या कर सकता है? Department audit करवा सकता है. Special audit could be done by department. Inspection, search and seizure by department. Initiation of 73-74 का demand and recovery. Remember? Appeal and revision we have also done. So remember one thing. Institute can ask on the basis of appeal and revision also कि what are the remedies in case of scrutiny for a assessee, that is person, and what are the action that could be taken by department. So two questions are possible. Write it down. When it comes to scrutiny, discrepancies noticed in scrutiny, discrepancy noticed in scrutiny. Which is not accepted by person. Which is not accepted by person. Discrepancy noticed in scrutiny, which is not accepted by the person, or improper explanation provided. What are the actions that could be taken by department? What are the actions that could be taken by department? And what are the remedies available to person? The remedy will be write all that link, apply to appellate tribunal authority, then tribunal, then high court, then Supreme Court. And actions already written. Audit under 65, special audit, inspection, search, seizure. Done? Chalo. Now again assessment. Type number 62. Now assessment of non-filers of return. The person who is not filing the return. How can you assess the person who is not filing the return? He is required to file the return. But the person is not filing the return. How could you do the assessment? You are required to file the return? Yes, we are required to file the return. Have you filed the return? No, you have not filed the return. This section could override 73, 74. 73 is about non-payment of tax, short payment of tax, ITC wrongly availed or wrongly utilized, refund erroneous intentionally or non-intentional. So they can, this section overrides 73, 74 also. What has been given in this section? Where a registered person failed to furnish the return and notice under 46 is also issued by proper officer to file the return within 15 days. And if you fail to file that return, then best judgment assessment is done. Now, if you are required to file the return and you have been given 46 ka notice that file the return within 15 days, still within 15 days you do not file the return, then they will do a best judgment assessment. This is just a short cross. Now, what is section 56 ka notice? So, whenever it is the due date of your return, whatever is your due date of filing the return, जो भी तुम्हारे return file करने की क्या होगी, due date होगी. Before 3 days of due date, whatever is the due date, before 3 days from the due date, that department will send you messages. Within 3 days, it is the due date, due date, due date, due date. 3 days पहले तो तुम्हें reminder जाएगा. Then after due date, a system generated mail or message will be sent to all the defaulters. So it's एक और मतलब तुमको alert दे रहे ना कि it is due date, already due date crossed. You are the defaulter, you have not filed the return. So after due date, a system generated mail or message will be sent to all the defaulters after the due date to authorize signatory, to proprietor, partner, director, कर्ता, जो भी authorized person होगा, to the authorized person the mail will be sent. Then after that due date plus 5 days में they will issue you 46 का notice now. First of all, intimation given before 3 days. After due date also they will wait for 5 days. Maybe after receiving this system generated mail that you are the defaulter, now you will file the return. 5 days done, you have not filed the return. After that 5 days, they will issue you section 46 ka notice electronically that you have to furnish the return within, how many days you have to furnish the return within 15 days. If you do not file the return within 15 days, if you do not file the return within 15 days, they may do the best judgment assessment. I am saying they may. They may do the best judgment assessment. Suppose within 15 days you do not file the return, but at least within 30 days, at least in 30 days you have filed the return, then they will cancel your section 46 ka notice, they will cancel your best judgment assessment. But still within 30 days also you have not filed the return, then direct recovery will start. It is not demand ka provision now. Direct recovery चाहिए. Understand one thing, there is two concepts, demand and recovery. First they will generate a show cause notice, demand. अब demand नहीं, वसूली, सीधे पैसा निकाल. Are you getting? So they have waited for first 3 days, due date के पहले 3 days reminder. बहुत प्यार से reminder was given. Then after due date, a mail was given. After that also 5 days बेचारों ने wait किया. Then 15 days का they have given you show cause notice में time, that 46 के notice में time. In fact, after 15 days और plus 15 days wait किया कि अब तो 30 days के अंदर you will give the return. अब within 30 days नहीं हुआ तो अब तुम सीधे नहीं हो, अच्छे नहीं हो, intention ही खराब है, direct recovery चाहिए. Are you getting? That is 46 का notice. So that is what your 46 ka notice. Now, what is the time limit of this best judgment assessment? Order of best judgment assessment can be issued within 5 years from the date specified in 44 for furnishing the annual return. Annual return is filed on 31st December of the next following financial year. So from that 5 years आपको best judgment assessment का time मिलता है. Order of best judgment assessment 5 years के अंदर issue हो सकता है. So order of best judgment could be issued within 5 years from the date when annual return could be furnished. Within a period of 5 years from the date specified in 44 for furnishing annual return, and that is 31st. Okay. Now, assessment withdrawal. If assessment is withdrawal if registered person furnishes valid return within 30 days. वही हो गया. If within after the notice issue of 46 का notice issue होने के बाद within 30 days you file the return, the judgment get cancelled. Understood? Then this is all about your section 62, non-filer of return, required to file the return, but he is not filing the return. Now about section 63, unregistered person ka assessment. Unregistered person means actually the person is not registered, still assessment is possible. Now how can they do so? अरे क्यों नहीं कर सकते? Unregistered person earning 20 lakh ke above, not getting registered, why they cannot do? So what are the cases when an unregistered person ka assessment could happen? Read properly. Where taxable person. Ma'am, what is the difference between a registered person and a taxable person? Tell me. Many times I have told.
Now, first it is a taxable person, then they become liable to get registered.
Taxable person is either registered or liable to get registered.
Yes.
Taxable person either already registered
Yes.
or liable to get registered. So every taxable person is a registered
Yes.
person, but every registered person is not a taxable person. Every taxable person is a registered person, done, but every taxable person is not necessarily a registered person.
Yes.
ठीक है? तो हर एक taxable person registered person होगा क्या? That is not necessary. But every registered person is a taxable person. ठीक है? चलो. So where a taxable person, either the person already registered or liable to register. Liable to register but fails to obtain the registration. Are you getting? था भाई तुमको 20 lakh cross, 40 lakh cross, 10 lakh cross, as the case may be, and you are liable to get registered, but you have not applied for registration. खत्म बात. Registration cancelled. अच्छा, you have applied. You got the registration, but registration cancelled because of your contravention. You contravene the provision of any act. Cancel. Person registered under section 10 not furnished a return for 3 consecutive tax period. Now what is section number 10?
Composition levy.
Composition taxpayer. Section 10 is your composition taxpayer. If you have got registered under composition scheme, and if you fail to file 3 consecutive tax return, a composition payer is required to quarterly file the return. So for 3 consecutive tax period, for them the tax period is quarter, not monthly. So if for 3 consecutive tax period, you have not filed the return, in such a case, your registration already cancelled. Ma'am, if I am not registered as composition person, but registered as a normal taxpayer, then for continuous 6 months, now it is month. Here it was tax period, because period is quarter. Here for continuous 6 months, you have not filed the return. Again, gadbad ho gayi boss, registration cancelled. And when registration cancelled, you are an unregistered person. Therefore, the word taxable person is written over it. Ma'am, voluntary, you have voluntary got registration. खुद की इच्छा से इतनी इच्छा हो रही थी registration लेने की, you have voluntary got registered. Now fail to commence business within 6 months of registration. Registration done. After registration, within 6 months, you have not commenced your business. That are all the cases when an unregistered person the assessment will happen. Now there are a lot of logic in that. You have registered, taken voluntary registration. Why your business not getting commenced in 6 months? There is a logic with that. Then again, after this, there is a logic that you have here. Why you have not filed 6 months ka continuous return? Again, there are a lot of logics. One logic I am just explaining that I will again tell you in return registration chapter also. That is actually important in registration chapter only. होता क्या था? Person get registered. They know this loophole कि if they fail to file return for 6 months, registration cancel हो जाएगा. I got registered. I know 6 months I will sit quietly. Once I will sit quietly, I will not file the return. My registration will get cancelled. इतना समझ में आया? Now what I will do? Benefit. ये लो purchase की return. Purchase का bill I am giving. Why I am giving the purchase bill to everyone? I am distributing ITC. What I am actually no supply. कोई supply नहीं हुआ. No supply, but still I am issuing invoice. 2% मुझे दे देना. Are you getting? That would do ना कच्चा बिल को पक्का करने का एक सिस्टम होता है. What we do? Actually there is no supply by me. कुछ supply नहीं किया, no supply. I am issuing invoices to person. Now that person will give me 10,000, 15,000 just for these invoices. Now what is happening? Am I filing any return? No. After 6 months automatically क्या हो जाएगा? Closure. किस चीज का? My registration cancelled. But the person to whom I have distributed what? I have distributed this bill. At least 5% का ITC they will claim. Now why 5%? Now this concept has a linkage with registration. This concept has linkage with this assessment. This concept has linkage with ITC. Therefore, there is a reason they have restricted कि अगर supplier has not given your detail in their supply का detail, you won't get ITC. Only 5% will be allowed. So there's this complete linkage, but छोटा सा I'm giving you the reason. Are you getting the loophole? Registration cancel. किधर ढूंढेंगे उसको? From where you will find? Then they have introduced Aadhaar पे verification also. Many things they have introduced that will come cover in registration and ITC. But here just again giving you a link कि ये वाली चीज we have to link in registration. This complete thing we have to link in ITC also. So getting ये एक loophole है. That if after 6 months you are not filing the return, automatic cancellation of registration, and people were actually utilizing this to issue the fake bill. Getting? इतना से बस अभी समझो, बहुत डिटेल में नहीं हो पाएगा ये वाला. That we will cover in RTC, okay? So all this reason because of which, if you are an unregistered person or your registration is by fraud, misrepresentation, all that cases, it would be best judgment assessment and your assessment would be done. Even if you are unregistered, we will do the best judgment assessment within 15 days from the issue of notice. This is issue of notice. Here they have not written serve. Serve सिर्फ scrutiny में है. Only in scrutiny. Everywhere it is notice issue, notice issue, notice issue.
मैम बेस्ट जजमेंट सारे सबके लिए है ना, सिर्फ फ्रॉड वाले के लिए नहीं, सबके लिए अनरजिस्टर्ड.
Everywhere. Done? Just एक बार read कर लो यार. Done? Now, 63 done. Last assessment. बिल्कुल last assessment. Summary assessment. What is summary assessment? If they find If they matlab, who is they? My department. My department finds that delay in completing this assessment would be prejudicial to the interest of revenue. सामने वाला भाग जाएगा. Whatever the reason is, delay in completion of assessment, they have evidence that delay in completion of assessment will lead to prejudicial things to revenue. That means to protect the interest of revenue, prior permission of HCGC needed. This is very important. If you do not take ACGC ka permission, you cannot issue the notice of summary assessment case study. Fail to take the ACGC ka permission and issued the notice of summary assessment and initiated the summary assessment also, is that valid? Arey nahi valid, because you have to take ACGC ka approval. Okay? Now, taxable person has incurred liability to pay taxes and proper officer has sufficient reason to believe that delay in passing the order will affect the revenue. Okay? Can this assessment, suppose you have been issued the notice of summary assessment, already issued. Can they cancel the summary assessment? Obviously, they can withdraw the summary assessment if that taxable person, they are writing taxable person. Understand one thing, they are writing taxable person. Summary assessment registered person का भी possible है. Liable to registered person के लिए भी possible है. So summary assessment of taxable person also, that means registered person also, and liable to registered person के लिए भी possible है. Write it down. Summary assessment can be done of registered person as well as person liable to register. Registered person as well as person liable to register. Okay? Now suppose, obviously when you issue the notice, summary assessment ka notice to this taxable person, you will give at least show cause notice na ki opportunity of being heard diya hai. If within 30 days from the receipt of order, that person gives you reason, this was the reason, that was the reason, and they are satisfied, or they find that actually it is an erroneous notice, actually they have misunderstood this thing, and instead of initiating summary assessment, they find that 73-74 में tax liability should be determined. So in such a case, this assessment could be withdrawn. So two possible cases, either within 30 days the person gives you the explanation, or you find that it is actually an error wala order and instead of summary assessment 73-74 to be initiated. Done? What if taxable person cannot be ascertained? You don't know who is the taxable person for the tax liability. This is the truck. Okay, this truck is going on. जा रही है, this is the truck. Now, I don't know the goods. ये goods किसको belong करते हैं? I don't know. Who is the actual taxable person? किसके goods है मुझे नहीं पता. Proper officer ने क्या किया? Confiscate कर लिया goods. Proper officer has just confiscated the goods. They even don't know who is the actual taxable person. So person in charge, the driver, person in charge of the vehicle, deemed to be taxable person. To me only. Are you getting? So who is the person in charge? Person in charge की definition you will find in custom. Okay? So he will be the taxable person. He will be deemed to be the taxable person.
IDT के बाद आप custom भी ले लो.
Possible थोड़ा कम रहेगा आ जाएगा. बहुत extend होगा फिर.
पूरा IDT खत्म हो जाएगा मतलब. वैसे भी मतलब 5-10 days तो लगेंगे इसको करने के लिए तो. लगेंगे नहीं, but that is not being included in this. You can take another classes of customs only वैसे करके. है ना, मैं that is the reason why I have started recorded classes, क्योंकि this coming 4 to 5 months completely मतलब सांस लेने की भी फुर्सत नहीं होने लगी.
एंड एनी हाउ आई विल स्टार्ट द मेंटरिंग वगैरह सब देखती रहूंगी, तो बहुत मुश्किल है। हाँ, बट यू कैन डू दिस थिंग ऑनेस्टली, वो वीडियोस तुम मेरे ऑलरेडी डले हुए यूज कर सकते हो। देयर आर नॉट लॉट ऑफ अमेंडमेंट, बहुत अमेंडमेंट नहीं है, कस्टम में इतने अमेंडमेंट नहीं आते। अदरवाइज यू कैन रेफर रवि सोनी सर, उनके मुझे अच्छे लगते हैं, उनके ही देखे हुए एक बार, तो वो प्रॉपर चार्ट से पूरा कस्टम कराते हैं।
हम आप ले लीजिए ना, पॉसिबल है तो।
अरे पॉसिबल होता ना तो ऑनेस्टली मैं एक्चुअल में फीस वाइज भी नहीं चलती, मैं इंक्लूड कर लेती, क्योंकि अगेन कस्टम, क्योंकि मेरा थोड़ा सा ना डिटेलिंग हो ही जाता है। अभी जैसे मैं बोला 1.5 घंटे में मैं खत्म कर दूँ, पर जब करने पे आता है तो वो डिटेलिंग हो जाता है। इट विल एटलीस्ट 15 से अबाउट है। तो मुझे पता है अगर ये 2-3 दिन का होता है, 4 दिन का होता है, तो एनी हाउ मैं तुमको बोलती सुबह से शाम तक बैठते हैं करेंगे, बट पॉसिबिलिटी कम है।
कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक से करा दीजिए ना, जो कंपलसरी रहता है।
कंपलसरी देखो, वैल्यूएशन है, ड्यूटी है, ड्यूटी ड्रॉबैक है, टाइप्स ऑफ ड्यूटी है, ऑलमोस्ट 5 तो चैप्टर्स है, जिसमें से 3 तो कंपलसरी, तो छूटा क्या? आर यू गेटिंग? पॉसिबल होता ना तो मेरे को कुछ नहीं, मैं तो पिछली बार भी फ्री पूरा डाल देती थी, बट
And what is the marks of it? 20 or 25?
एंड कंपलसरी क्वेश्चन ऑफ वैल्यूएशन
And FTP is 5. मतलब total 30.
20 and plus 5 FTP 5 है, ये 20 में।
25. Okay.
स्टिल अगर मुझे स्कोप लगा स्टिल, सो आई विल से कि हम लोग 2-3 दिन बैठ जाएंगे, फिर वो वैसे एक्चुअल में वो 2-4 दिन बैठ के करना पड़ेगा, बट नो कमिटमेंट, ऑनेस्टली नो कमिटमेंट, ठीक है? चलो, शैल आई कवर दिस कि कल ही करना है? ऑडिट बाय टैक्स अथॉरिटी
हम कर दीजिए मैम, हो जाएगा।
कर दूं? एक ही पेज का है। उदय, चलो। Now have we completed assessment? Yes, assessment कौन सा किया था? Self assessment, then provisional assessment, then your scrutiny, then non-filers of return, then unregistered person का assessment, and then finally summary assessment. Now it comes to audit. अब कुछ भी नहीं है, audit by tax authority, audit by tax authority and special audit. एक सेकेंड, somewhere I have just now told you कि ये 65-66 का ऑडिट दे विल गिव। क्या क्वेश्चन था वो? व्हाट वाज द क्वेश्चन? हाँ, देख के बताओ ना, मेरे को तो याद ही नहीं वैसे भी, इसलिए तो तुमको बोल रही हूँ।
वो सेक्शन 63 के अंदर जो असेसमेंट था उसमें बोला था स्पेशल ऑडिट जाएगा।
Vacancies there, what are the action that my department could take? Remember उसमें 65-66 का ऑडिट भी तो है।
जी मैम, एक्शन बाय।
Yes, तो 65, who conduct? Commissioner or officer authorized by him by general or specific order. Who can conduct this audit? Either commissioner, officer who has been authorized by the commissioner by any general or specific order. In short, either commissioner or he can authorize the person. Simple. किसका? Only registered person? नहीं मैम, I should write taxable person. अरे लाइबल टू रजिस्टर का तो अभी कुछ हुआ ही नहीं, टैक्स का कैलकुलेशन। दे आर सेइंग ऑडिट के लिए बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट एवरीथिंग शुड बी मेंटेन, इट इज ओनली ऑफ रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन, नॉट टैक्सेबल पर्सन, बिकॉज टैक्सेबल पर्सन के लिए दे हैव असेसमेंट ऑफ अनरजिस्टर्ड पर्सन। अंडरस्टूड? फॉर फाइनेंशियल ईयर ऑडिट पॉसिबल, part of the financial year audit possible, multiple year are possible. If they think three years का audit they want to do, they will do, no one can stop them. Now what is important? Notice at least 15 days or working days,
वर्किंग डेज,
at least 15 working days पहले, prior to conduct of audit, whenever you are conducting audit, at least 15 working days prior, working days, you have to notice, issue the notice. कम से कम 15 दिन पहले तो सामने वाले को बता दो कि हम आने भी वाले हैं। Are you getting? So that he would be ready with all the books of account. When issue the notice not less than 15 working days prior to the conduct of audit. What is the meaning of commencement of audit? When it will be deemed that audit has been commenced. Suppose Commencement means this person who will be doing the audit. He went to the person ka premise. Now the person ka premise he went, but he does not have books of account ready. Just premises mein jana is sufficient to start the audit? No. Now suppose ulta, this person already is having all the books of account. Ye sare books of account, but this person is not there. He has not entered the premises, not went there. Are you getting? Both the things should be there na. उसका जाना भी चाहिए या फिर बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट मिलना चाहिए. तो whichever is later, date on which record made available or when actual institution of audited place of business. Place of business where actually you commence the audit or when you got the books of account, whichever is later, that will be your commencement of audit. Audit start tab hoga. And you have to complete your audit within 3 months from the date of commencement. So first choose the date of commencement. MCQ, they will give you entry date, they will give you when the books are available, whichever is later, from the later calculate that 3 months. Get it? So you can expect MCQ here. Aya? Remember one thing, wherever working day return, focus only on working day. Remember this, it is actually important. Is it possible that they can extend this time, 3 months ka time extension? Yes, 6 months they can extend if necessary. Done? Now after the finalization of audit, that is a simple procedure as we already do. After finalization of audit, एकदम से report थोड़ी ना issue होती है. They will not issue the report. First, they will discuss with the registered person. They will seek the explanation, the observation, and after all those discussion, proper officer shall within 30 days inform registered person the rights, finding, obligation, reason, and may initiate. Again 73, 74. Are you getting the linkage of demand and recovery with every chapter? Whether appeal and revision, whether it is your assessment, every time they can initiate 73 and 74. Appeal and revision में क्या था? Whenever appellate tribunal wants to issue an order or appellate authority wants to issue an order, show cause notice should be given in case of 73, 74. Yeah? Done? So it is about audit, normal audit by a commissioner or a person authorized. 15 days prior, working days wala notice. 180 days mein you have 3 months mein you have to complete. Commencement ka date is when you actually commence or when you got the books of account, whichever is later. Now, what is a special audit? Special audit at any stage. At any stage of scrutiny, are you getting? Scrutiny ka one more thing was this special audit bhi tha na? Department can take an action of special audit. So at any stage, when they want scrutiny, inquiry, investigation of any proceeding, then officer not below the rank of AC, officer not below the rank of AC. Who is AC?
Additional commissioner.
Officer not below the rank of additional commissioner, prior approval again needed. Prior approval of commissioner is needed. When they will initiate special audit, important. This is end condition. ये end condition है. Nature and complexity and interest of revenue is affected. There is compulsory interest of revenue should get affected. That means suppose value is not properly declared, credit not properly utilized, then they will appoint CA cost accountant, not CS. Not CS. CA or cost accountant to do the special audit. Ma'am, what if other case mein audit already done, 44 AB ka audit already done, still special audit necessary? Yes, it is necessary, irrespective that your audit has already been done under other laws. Understood? And now, last, what is the time limit of completion? Again, within 90 days of commencement. What is the commencement? Same. Commencement जो यहाँ पे पढ़ा ना, that is same. So within 90 days from the commencement, you have to complete it. But ma'am, they are unable to complete within 90 days. Now listen to this thing properly. they are unable to complete within 90 days. Extension of another 90 days possible only on application by registered person, cost accounting. Department itself cannot do the extension. Application by registered person, CA, cost accounting. But when you find the DT, same concept is there in DT. But in DT, CA or cost accountant cannot apply for extension. Only that particular SSC will apply. Okay? So here, either registered person, CA, cost accountant, they can apply if they have sufficient reason, and all the expenses will be borne by commissioner. All the audit related expenses will be borne by whom? Commissioner. So actually audit ka part was very less. Overall it was assessment, and provisional assessment is very important. Done? कैसा लगा आज क्लास पे क्लास और रख ले 2-4 घंटे में तो देख ओके 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 अब रखो क्या है
From the time I have got up, I am doing class only today. आज मैं 7:45 पर ही उठी थी DT क्लास के टाइम.
देखा तो सुबह का तुमने जो छोड़ा अभी वैसे ही पढ़ना पड़ गया. चलो तो आई विल अपलोड दिस ऑन यूट्यूब. जिनका भी नहीं हुआ है कल तो छुट्टी रहेगी, सब लोग को देखना कंपलसरी रहेगा. ठीक है, इसमें बोलना जरूरी है कि अगर ये व्हाट इफ यू हैव नॉट कंप्लीटेड दिस क्लास, tomorrow is holiday, but day after tomorrow again it will be deemed holiday for only you. So everyone, what is the task who would be watching this recorded class? Task number 1, complete reading of assessment and audit. Complete reading and learning of assessment and audit. Second task, questions related to assessment and audit. Again, theoretical questions. This too you have to complete. Then tomorrow, I don't think any class I will be able to even record. Okay? But again, 16, 17 we will do like this. Again, we will take this kind of classes in afternoon. तो हमारे 2-3 दिन का जो भी हॉलीडे रिकवर हो जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो, ओके, बाय बाय.
Thank you.
बाय बाय.